Take a look at this silhouette. Honda didn't just design a car, they sculpted a statement. What you're seeing is the coupe SUV aesthetic perfected. Notice that long, horizontal bonnet and the way the shoulder line runs perfectly straight from the headlights all the way to the rear clusters. It gives the car a sense of forward motion even when it's sitting perfectly still. 0-30 to 115. Now, look closer at the roofline. It doesn't just drop, it tapers elegantly into a sportier rear. And if you're looking for the rear door handle, don't worry, you're not blind. It's tucked away in the C-pillar. It's a classic Honda trick that keeps the side profile looking like a clean, two-door coupe while maintaining the practicality of a four-door family mover. The black cladding along the wheel arches and the side skirts adds that rugged SUV DNA, but notice how it's finished in a high-gloss black rather than cheap matte plastic. It catches the light beautifully. Paired with those multi-spoke alloy wheels, this profile strikes the perfect balance between, I can handle a dirt road, and, I look better than everyone else in the office parking lot. Image 2. Rear cabin comfort, vents and tech. Often talk about the driver, but what about the VIPs in the back? This image highlights a feature that is a total deal-breaker in 2026, dedicated rear AC vents. In a cabin this size, air circulation is everything. These vents aren't just an afterthought, they are integrated into the center console to ensure the rear passengers aren't begging the driver to crank up the AC every 5 minutes. Look right below those vents. You'll see dual USB charging ports. In an era where everyone has a device, Honda is basically providing a peace of mind guarantee. No more, who gets to charge their phone first, arguments on long road trips. The fit and finish here are worth noting, too. The textured plastic is durable enough to survive kicks from toddlers but looks premium enough for adult guests. It's these small details, the tactile click of the vent sliders and the accessibility of the ports, that elevate a car from a commuter to a traveler. It shows that the designers were thinking about the total human experience, not just the spec sheet. The rear three-quarter view. 0 if the front is the face, the rear is the signature. This three-quarter view shows off the most modern element of the HRV, the full-width LED light bar. It's sleek, it's futuristic, and it makes the car look significantly wider and more planted than its predecessor. When those lights hit at night, it's unmistakable. Notice the rake of the rear glass. It's aggressive. It gives the car a fastback feel. You've also got the shark fin antenna up top and a subtle integrated spoiler that helps with aerodynamics and, let's be honest, just looks cool. The rear bumper is kept clean, with the reflectors tucked low, which keeps the visual weight centered. From this angle, you can really see how the wheel arches flare out just enough to give it a muscular stance without being over the top. It's sophisticated, understated, and arguably the best angle to photograph this car. It looks expensive, and in the world of crossovers, that's half the battle instrument cluster, the nerve center. Let's talk about the view from the captain's chair. What we're looking at here is a masterclass in hybrid information. Honda uses a clever mix of a physical speedometer on the right and a high-definition 7-inch TFT display on the left. This allows you to toggle through your fuel economy, safety alerts, and navigation without ever feeling overwhelmed by screen fatigue. Look at the clarity of the graphics. Everything is high contrast and easy to read at a glance. You can see the seatbelt reminders for every single passenger, because safety isn't optional, and the P gear indicator is bold and clear. The lighting is soft on the eyes, which is a blessing during those late-night drives home. Notice how the needles and the digital font match perfectly. It's that Japanese attention to detail. It doesn't feel like a tablet was just glued to the dashboard. It feels like a precision instrument designed to keep you informed, not distracted. The magic interior rear seating. Welcome to the most versatile cabin in its class. This shot of the rear bench reveals more than just upholstery. It hints at Honda's magic seats philosophy. The legroom here is actually comparable to SUVs in the segment above. Because the fuel tank is mounted centrally under the front seats, the floor in the back is remarkably flat. Take a look at the materials. You've got a mix of high-quality fabric and synthetic leather accents. It's designed for real life. It's easy to clean, but it feels soft to the touch. The seat base is thick and supportive, ensuring that rear seat fatigue is a thing of the past. And don't forget, these seats don't just fold down. The bases can actually flip up, allowing you to carry tall items like a potted plant or a bicycle right behind the front seats. It's a level of practicality that competitors simply can't match. It's the ultimate do-it-all space. The front facet, the face of the future, first impressions are everything, and the HRV makes a bold one. The most striking feature, that body-colored integrated grille. Most cars use a big, gaping black hole for a grille, but Honda went with these horizontal slats that blend seamlessly into the bodywork. It gives the car a very EV-adjacent look, clean, minimalist, and very high-tech. Then you have the eyes, the slim LED headlights with those sharp daytime running lights. They aren't just for show, they offer incredible projection. Follow the line from the headlights down to the lower mesh intake. It creates a X shape that gives the car a focused, determined expression. The hood has two distinct character lines that draw your eye toward the Honda badge. It's a face that manages to look friendly enough for the school run but sophisticated enough for a valet line. It's modern without being weird, and that's a very hard balance to strike. The command center, steering and controls, this is where the magic happens. Grab a hold of that leather-wrapped steering wheel. Notice the contrast stitching. That's a hallmark of the higher trims, giving it a sporty, tactile feel. The button layout is incredibly intuitive. Your left thumb handles the audio and voice commands, while your right thumb manages the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. Look past the wheel at the dashboard. See those knurled metal dials for the climate control. They provide a physical click that touchscreens just can't replicate. It allows you to adjust the temperature without taking your eyes off the road. The 9-inch infotainment screen is positioned perfectly in your line of sight, minimizing distraction. Everything here is ergonomic. The gear shifter falls perfectly to hand, and the driving mode toggle is right there when you want to swap from eco to sport. It's a cockpit designed by people who actually enjoy driving, focusing on the HMI, the human-machine interface. The full cockpit lets step back and look at the big picture. The HRV interior is all about horizontal flow. The dash isn't cluttered or bulky, it's slim and low, which opens up the visibility through the windshield. It makes the cabin feel twice as large as it actually is. See those L-shaped vents at the corners of the dash? That's Honda's air diffusion system. Instead of blasting air directly into your face, which can be drying and annoying, you can set it to diffusion mode. It creates a gentle curtain of air that flows along the side windows and the roof, keeping you cool without the hair dryer in the face effect. From the soft touch materials on the door cards to the bridge-style center console, every inch of this interior feels intentional. It's a less is more philosophy that actually delivers more comfort. It's a serene place to spend your morning commute, and in 2026, we could all use a little more serenity.